Hey, happy Friday, everybody. It is time for this week's Friday Funnies for September 11th, 2009. That's right, September 11th, 8 years after a day that none of us will ever forget. So as a way of remembering the events of 9/11, I encourage you to do three things today. First of all, fly the flag. If you don't own a flag, go buy one. Try to find one that's made in the U.S. Second of all, take a minute to be thankful for living in this country where even the most cynical and sarcastic of us can pretty much say whatever we want. And third, remember that laughter is the best defense we have against anything that plagues us. You can't overdose on it, and it's free. That said, here's your prescription, or your Friday Funnies for September 11th, 2009. Our first story, boy, you talk about thinking with the wrong brain, if you know what I mean. In Columbus, Ohio, 3 men robbed a couple in their home. And apparently, the woman of the house must have been quite a looker, because 2 hours after the robbery, one of the guys by the name of Stefan Bennett, Stefan, this is the way that he spells his name. Anyhow, he came back to the house to ask this woman out on a date. What was that like? Hi, I don't know if you remember me or not. I was here a couple hours ago ripping off your stuff, but I fenced it, so now I got some money if you want to go out for dinner. The woman said, why don't you wait right here for a second? Went in the house, called 911. The police came and they arrested Stefan and they charged him with aggravated robbery and also with having too many consonants in his name. Stefan. All right, let's move up the street or down the street in Ohio to Wauseon, Ohio, where Judge Jeff Robinson this week sentenced convicted shoplifters to wear neon green T-shirts emblazoned with the words, "I'm a thief," when they perform their court-ordered community service. He's doing this as a deterrent to prevent other kids from thinking about shoplifting. He also hopes it works a lot better than the time he tried it with the prostitutes and made them wear neon green shirts that said, "I'm a hooker," because the girls wound up wearing them all the time just to drum up new business. Sometimes the crime is its own punishment. This was the case this week in Brooklyn, New York, where Kamir Grant, the 15-year-old from Brooklyn, real tough guy, carries a gun in his pants. Don't get ahead of me on this one. Anyhow, Kamir carried that gun into a nightclub in Brooklyn. Did I mention that he's 15? Anyhow, he's in the nightclub, he's busting a move, this gun starts to slide down his baggy pants. So he reaches his hand into his pants to catch the gun. He did catch it right by the trigger. And he shot himself in the wiener. He has been sentenced to wear a shirt emblazoned with the words, "Ask me what happened." Because that's not a story he's going to be proud to tell. All right, answer me this. What's wrong with this next story? The correct answer ahead of time is everything. First of all, Jeffy Morris, full-size grown man, goes by the name of Jeffy. Jeffy Morris was caught shoplifting at the Walmart in Fort Walton Beach, Florida. First of all, shoplifting in a Walmart. No class whatsoever, Jeffy. And then he stole a box of flea and tick drops. Not a cough lozenge for flea and tick. You put these on to get rid of them. But he doesn't have fleas, and he doesn't have a dog. So as the kids today might say, WTF. Anyhow, Jeffy was intent on taking this medicine out, reselling it on the street in order to get some cash that he could spend for crack cocaine. I really didn't know there was a black market on the street for flea and tick drops. Anyhow, Jeffy was caught. He was arrested, charged with larceny. I'll tell you, the toughest thing for him is going to be going to jail with the name of Jeffy. All right, finally, security is in the eye of the beholder. 3 years ago, the area of Metro West, which is a subdivision outside of Orlando, Florida, it was rife with crime. There were daytime assaults and burglaries, even a homicide. And so to try and deter crime, the developer of Metro West installed infrared cameras throughout the entire community. And crime went down. Until this week, when it was discovered that the cameras have never been hooked up to anything. They don't work at all. So a new crime wave is scheduled to begin this weekend. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. Do me a favor, won't you send these Friday Funnies to everybody you know, because everybody could use a good laugh on a Friday, especially the grumpy people. And I know you know a lot of them. Other than that, have a great weekend, and every word of today's Friday Funnies was written right here in the USA. I'll see you next week.